Part 4 begins with the trail changing once again. What seems calm quickly turns into another challenge, the Beaver Dam water crossing. The current's gentle, but the mud runs deep, hiding every rut beneath the surface. One by one, we ease the rigs across. Not long after, we face the toughest tree yet, thick, stubborn, and blocking the trail. It takes all of us to move it, but the effort pays off as the path opens toward the historic Kluskus village. Good morning. Just waking up for camp here. This spot got a little chilly last night. See the frost. That's not bad. But I think almost everybody in camp is probably hating me because I have my heater, my diesel heater running last night. I have it plumbed in like that, straight to my tent. The exhaust comes out there. Yeah. And you got Crazy Jerry there wearing his shorts.
Morning, folks. Morning. Sleeping underwear last night?
I sure did, no shirt.
Sweating, I had to take blankets off.
There's one lonely looking tree over there.
Is there one bad one?
Lonely. I should
Lonely looking tree.
Christmas lights around it last night.
I got so many cuts yesterday from the bush. I spray
Spray
the off on there. It's like, oh yeah, it feels good.
Yeah, you were bleeding everywhere. I was like,
We got Connor to lead up the run, and then Kev would go behind him, and then Jerry would go behind Kevin, and then the four of us can just kind of find our place in. Just that way they can kind of run the trail a little bit, get some cutting. So we're gonna, instead of going to Sasha Lake, which was kind of the original plan, or at least the goal, we've got quite a few more days and time on our hands. So let's just go to, Chad's got a spot we can go to where it's right after the reserve. There's that, you know how Teddy was like getting out of the car, that little sketchy spot where there's a bypass, which I think you just sent to the group.
Yeah.
There's a water crossing. There's a camp at the end of it with water.
Right there. So we'll have water there.
Okay. Right. So so we do a short run. It's not short, but it's
Feels like a shower. I mean, we can do that.
Yeah, is that the spot where they camped on the trail and they went like 10 minutes ahead and found that spot?
Not even 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Like on the other side of the tree line.
It's like around the corner.
Like this.
yeah, exactly right. So that's about 25-ish K from here, roughly. So the water dam, Beaver Dam might be a bit of a challenge, but
Might be about 4 feet. So I heard so.
10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4. Should be there by dinner.
yeah, 4, 5, 6.
40 kilometers yesterday to 11, so
I know.
30.
But hopefully it's as clear as what we see.
Yeah.
Who knows,
Yeah.
right?
And you know, like I said too, I flew my drone down there. Only maybe saw one tree down
There you go.
between here and the water crossing. I don't know what it's like on the other side, but
Yeah, that looked a little nasty, but who knows, right?
Yeah.
Can't find. We found an exit out on the.
on the other side,
Yeah.
I
Okay.
found it. But yeah,
Can I borrow your safety lessons?
yeah, sure, yeah.
So we'll do that, and then
I got another
for
place, so.
the guys in the front, just radio in if you need more hands, or if it's just you got my saw and then you got yours, and then Jerry's right behind you.
Yep.
Jerry uses spare hands.
Just rip the tree apart.
Just band some, chuck some.
Alrighty.
Okay, cool. Okay, let's do it. Another day of bushwhack.
So what do you think, gentlemen?
I think about to get wet. He's going in. I don't know if I'm gonna get wet or just my vehicle. We'll find out.
Does it look deep?
Looks deep. It looks deep in the middle. Yeah. I thought it was okay, but it looks pretty deep. The middle's pretty deep.
Oh my God. Connor, you're right up to the front of your hood there, eh? The water coming out of the exhaust.
Oh man, that was so deep.
Yeah, you can see where. Well, I'm sure.
You guys go over the hood, and I heard my engine go blue, 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 blue.
Yeah. So you can see where it was, right up to here.
There's the trail right there.
Yeah.
The water line's like right up to here on his hood, and he was still going down.
And he was still going down?
Yeah.
He wasn't at the bottom yet.
So I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Oh, we can just walk it.
It would be nice if we had this canoe. We can kind of
Well, is it really holy?
probe it. So the canoe you see here on the left has a hole, or we would use it to probe the crossing to see how deep it goes. The beavers that are in this lake had also built a second dam right on the right side of where we needed to cross, making the water crossing even deeper. You'll see here that Kevin put his hip waders on to see how deep the water goes. You'll see in a few that it goes deeper than his waders.
Well, something touched my foot.
Yeah. Is it a beaver?
No, I'm just kidding. You think I'd be that calm if something fucking touches my feet?
It's a killer beaver. Okay, yeah, I wouldn't go anymore. Nope, stop.
We warned you.
You teabag the water there, Kevin. So we found a new route. Get as close to this beaver dam as we can. And we got Connor here who walked the entire thing. Dedication, my friends. Definitely earned a bottle of whiskey or whatever he wants. Gotta love those gas chainsaws, eh? It's like, oh, here are beavers. They're coming quick!
So you gotta come this way. That stick is in line with the big rock.
All right, so driver's side tire over the
Driver on
rock.
this rock.
Okay.
Drivers?
Or
Okay.
driver away
So
from
stay
the
to the
rock
shore.
and all the way up.
So yeah, try and hug the grass line
Yeah,
over
'cause
there.
if you cut too tight, this is gonna mess up your diffs.
It's basically like go here and then
So yeah,
with those
stay
branches that
up.
are cut in a diagonal that way.
Yep.
That's
along the
your
shore.
border, and this line's your border.
This section of the trail gave us the most trouble so far. 3 full-size trees had come down, completely blocking the path. Each one was loaded with branches and limbs tangled together, so before we could even start cutting, we had to clear a whole mess to reach the trunks. It took some teamwork, a bit of patience, and a lot of chainsaw work, but that's what makes it worth it. Every obstacle like this reminds you why we do it, the challenge, the friends, and the trail ahead.
It's a nice little village.
As we enter Kluskus village, known to the Kluskus Dene people as Kluskus, we're traveling across land that has carried stories for thousands of years. The name means the side of the white fish is white, a reflection of the people's connection to the lakes and rivers that define this region. Long before explorers arrived, this land was part of the ancient Grease Trails, a vital indigenous trade route that linked the Pacific coast with the interior. For countless generations, the Kluskus Dene and neighboring nations traveled these paths, carrying Ulachan grease, furs, and stories between communities. Centuries later, in 1793, Alexander Mackenzie followed sections of this same route, guided by the knowledge and generosity of the local indigenous people. What became known as the Alexander Mackenzie Heritage Trail already existed for millennia as a living network of connection and exchange. Today, Kluskus stands as a symbol of that enduring history, where the old grease trails still wind through forests and rivers, and the strength of the Kluskus Dene continues to shape the land they have always called home.
So we're at Kluskus village here and met a super nice guy there, got permission to drive around the bypass, and he's also given us permission to go down the lake there and have some lunch, which should be good. And I believe here's our crossing, our water crossing. And there's where we're camping, right on the other side. Just at the exit point here, so stay driver, get around.
As the sun dropped behind the trees, day 4 drew to a close, but not before throwing one more challenge our way. Earlier in the day, we came up on one of the deepest water crossings of the entire trail. The depth was hard to judge from shore. That's when Kevin and Connor stepped up, walking straight into the water to scout for a safe route. They tested the bottom, marked the shallowest line, and guided the rigs through individually. Watching them out there reminded us how much teamwork keeps this trip moving forward. After clearing the crossing, the trail carried us into something special in the historic Kluskus village. It's one thing to read about the Grease Trail and the people who traveled it for generations, but standing there, surrounded by that history, made it feel real. The trees opened into a wide field, our camp for the night. The sound of chainsaws and rushing water gave way to quiet conversation and the crackle of the fire. It's been a long day of hard work, exploration, and discovery. Tomorrow we pick up the trail again, but for now, this is where day 4 ends.
In the next episode, right from the start, the trail throws its biggest test at us yet. This is the deepest water crossing we've faced so far. Calm on the surface, but deceptively deep. With no current to worry about, depth becomes the real concern. From the driver's seat, it's hard to judge just how deep it runs, and every rig eases forward carefully, trusting the line and the team guiding us through. But out here, it's not always the trail that fights back. While working through the obstacles, Jerry is injured. Fortunately, Connor has first aid, a sharp reminder that this kind of travel carries real risks. The momentum stops, concern replaces adrenaline, and the focus shifts to making sure everyone's okay before we move on. Not long after, the trees open up and the mood changes completely. We arrive at Sacha Lake, calm, quiet, and almost unreal after the challenges behind us. After everything it took to get here, this feels like a reward, a place to slow down, regroup, and take in just how far the trail has brought us.